Okay, call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Harlan here.
Jerry here.
Karen here.
Kathy here.
John here.
Can I get a motion to approve the amended agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
I'll second. Caroline.
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda. I'll second.
Caroline.
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Okay. Let's see. Commercial building permit. Any questions or?
All the setbacks we've had.
We're on top of the sanitary sewer easement on the back corner there. What is the setback on the side? Do you know, Karen?
Side setback?
Yeah.
No, just the fronts, if I'm right.
Pardon?
Just the two
There
fronts.
is not a minimum side setback in commercial in C2.
Okay. Is there any way you
No, it's
can,
only daycare.
any way you can move that just a little bit to?
To get away
To
from
get-
that sanitary sewer?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, we're just trying to keep it back from the road as far as possible in
Right.
both directions, you know?
yeah. Well, you got 50.5 feet.
Right.
Maybe if you move it, I don't know, a foot and a half.
Okay.
Matt, do you have any concerns about that?
I've never actually seen when the sewer actually precisely is over there, but it shouldn't be a problem if we get it off this area, if we get it off the easement. A foot and a half, inch was what over there.
I actually met with Dave Kelson up there the other day. That sewer, as deep as that is, you know, it'd be nice if we could keep that east as far as we can, maybe give us 5 at least. My only concern would be if we ever got to take that up, if there's ever an issue with that sewer.
So 5 on top of the 10-foot easement? So you're actually talking?
No, he's talking moving it to the east 5 feet.
Okay, but we're already off the sanitary sewer 10 foot. Because it's a 10-foot easement, right?
It's a 20-foot easement.
Right, 10 on each side, right?
Right.
So that's where our building's at, is at the 10-foot mark, right?
Well, yeah, it's right on it, but
We kind of eyeballed that sewer in the other day though.
Oh, okay.
And from where the stakes were, it looked like it was pretty close. Your back, your southwest corner.
Okay. I mean, like I said, we have plenty of room at that.
Just hate to be an issue in, you know, in the future where, like I said, I think that sewer is about 14 feet deep. You know, if we ever gotta dig that out,
Oh, okay.
that's gonna leave your foundation hanging.
Yeah.
So,
Spend our best.
yeah, I mean, but being in a corner like that with a main support, you know, it could cause some
Right.
issues.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. We get to that, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Do you need to have Mike redraw that up and a copy of it, or?
I think if we just approve it contingent upon moving it to the east, will that work? Karen?
Sure.
Okay.
So we'll just
I
do
can
contingency
talk
on
to
it.
Mike and might have to, I guess he'll probably have to remark it, but that should, I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay.
Do 5 foot, so it'll be 45.5.
Or just do the 5.5 feet and making it even 45. It doesn't make any difference. 5 feet anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem.
Anybody got anything else?
I'll make a motion to approve the building permit, contingent moving 5 foot to the east.
I'll second. Caroline.
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Just community center update.
All right, I think you guys have the updates in front of you. Some big things going on the next couple of weeks. Our soccer got started, games start this weekend. We have a lot more players than we've ever had, so it's awesome to see soccer continue to grow in Piasta. Projects. I talked about how we got a DRA grant and we're working on the second batting cage down in the ball fields. Public Works actually did most of all the work to put the line in and put the cage itself in. Still waiting on a few things for it. I have to get health screens and I have to get some home plate mats, but we're getting there as far as finalizing that so I can get the money from DRA grant. But yeah, so it's work in progress so far. Like I said, it's not up and running yet, but all the people that have seen it have been complimented it. So hopefully it's everyone likes it. The next big one is we talked about the weight room flooring, saying we were going to do that. Finally have everything lined up. We are closing the center August 27th through September 1st to be able to do this project. The thought is we're coming in Sunday to clear out the entire weight room, so all the machines and stuff are going to be throughout the center on the lower level. So for the safety of everyone, I think it's best that we don't allow people in.
Just closing the lower level or upper?
Closing the whole thing.
The whole thing? Yeah.
With that said, obviously there's some things that still have to happen. The wedding's still going to have to come and decorate. I mean, there's going to be some little things like that here. But yeah, we just decided along with that, we're kind of doing a lot of little things around, adding different things to the track and doing different things. We just decided to make it whole suite. So far, I haven't heard a whole lot of rebuttal. The people I talked to downstairs wants to kind of explain what's happening. They've all been awesome. So I don't know if you guys have heard anything else, but so far so good. I also last meeting talked about the meeting room and the plans for that. We are moving forward with that. Kind of tag teaming it with Crossroads as far as carpet and then doing the walls and that kind of stuff. I really think it's going to be an awesome addition downstairs. I think that we're going to book it even more than we already do for special events, for the showers.
That's the big room right behind the weight room?
Correct.
And you're going to just line it and put a ceiling in or no ceiling?
We're not going to ceiling at this point.
Okay.
Expense is the only reason why. One day I'd love to see it, but we don't have the money. I think the biggest money is dropping all the fire extra with the fire system down, the lights down. So not at this point, no.
Okay.
But walls, carpet, more storage, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Partition?
Not yet. I mean, that's with one of the phases, but again, right now it's just the shell. So the drywall, paint the drywall, move out basically all the electrical, put carpet in. That's phase one. That's all we're doing right now. With the idea that partition and stuff would be in the future, so that we could.
And Crossroads is helping with this?
Yeah, they're paying a good amount of change.
Are they?
Yeah.
They don't have any carpenters or electricians or anybody?
When we talked about it, they talked about what they would do, what we would do. I think we got a great price again with the carpet, so
Okay.
I think that was the reason we took that portion of it.
So
They're
will
paying more than half.
are they? Will this be the squares of carpet?
Yeah, we're
So-
getting actually the same exact, we're trying to match it as best as possible to everything up here. So barn doors for the storage is gonna be pretty much identical to the barn doors we have up there. The handles, the frame itself, everything's gonna be the same. The carpet storage we're doing the same as the banquet room with the idea that we still have extra, that we have plenty to take out if it gets stained, if or whatever, so.
Okay.
We wanted to keep it kind of similar, so. Yeah, today's next week is a big one. Our 5K run is on Friday. At this point last year, I think we have around 35 more registrations this year so far compared to this time last year. So it's looking to be a good turnout again this year. We are doing something a little different as far as Friday night. We are kind of doing more activities and stuff, trying to have people stay a little longer than just come run and go home. So we're having a few vendors come out. We're going to serve some beverages and that kind of stuff as well, just to kind of make it pre-Piasta's party, I guess, if you will. So
Why is it on two separate days?
the run itself.
Well, you got the run and you're talking about having this other stuff and then you're talking about having the thing
I
down
would
here.
say we've done the run on Saturday mornings before. I think because of the glow run, we wanted to keep it separate.
Oh,
and we
okay.
wanted to keep Piasta days. And we're moving the parade to the day and then having the events to follow. It's a lot in a day to come in, do the run, do the parade, do Piasta days at night. A lot.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of our way of maybe keeping them separate in a way. To the 5K is very much our event, where Piasta is very much community
Oh, okay, all right,
event.
all right.
Do you got enough helpers for the glow run to wash
Not
corners?
yet. Not yet.
All right.
Anyone's interested?
Do you know where they're at with the golf park? Is that gonna happen, do you know?
Yeah.
The Piazza Days, do we know?
Planning on it.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be close.
They got most of the concrete poured out there, we just got a few more holes now. Concrete in, I mean, looks like it's gonna be ready by then.
I'm gonna print banners off. We're gonna have little handouts, frisbees in the parade, and then we're gonna have some kind of pamphlet, two-sided pamphlet we'll hand out with them too. A walk in the parade with dynamic discs. They'll be there selling frisbees and whatnot, and walking people through what they need to do as far as disc golf. That'll be up at the park after the parade. Then we'll have something, Todd said there's gonna have a basket or something down at the actual Piazza Days to kind of, if you're interested, go out and check it out. Yeah, trying to get stuff ready. Fidelity's doing their support the park. You've seen the signs running around on the 21st, so
Next Tuesday.
yep, stop by, have a burger, brat, hot dog, whatever. Ruth and the group at Fidelity just did an awesome job trying to get everything organized. People are stepping up in the community, donating money for the food and all that, so. Yeah, we'll have a bounce house there for the kids and a basket there so you can see what it's all about, so.
You got anything else?
I do not, unless you guys have any questions.
How's that bunker cart doing? That old three-wheeled bunker cart there?
Old, still new.
Yeah, is it?
No, it's fine. It's been, the brakes are actually in it. That's one thing that every year go out by this time of year, and we actually still have everything so far has been
Still
running.
running and ticking? Good.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
It's not that old, is it?
Well, I mean, it's years, I'd say 4,
5 tops.
yeah.
It's not so much the use, it's the abuse, because everybody's on it. I know Asbury, they do, only the association can get on it and use it, so just a select few, but we're kind of limited as far as what we can do, I guess.
Okay, anybody got anything else for Stacy? And we will move to police monthly report.
Any questions on that report? We did have one arrest that was for operating while intoxicated. We had quite a few more criminal offenses, so you'll see our traffic contacts went down a little bit because we were pulled investigating offenses instead of being out doing traffic.
What kind of offenses?
We had 2 thefts reported, 1 burglary, 1 fraud, and 1 impersonating a public official.
Oh,
So we've been working on some cases.
heard about that one.
So did I.
Questions on any of that?
How's the building coming?
Building looks great. There's a humidity issue right now that I'll probably be getting in touch with All Seasons tomorrow. All the doors have swelled to the point that we're having trouble getting doors open and closed. So we'll see if we can address the humidity issue. Starting to work on getting lockers and getting things ordered to get some of the furnishings done. So progress, but it's great. Everything is great. It's a great building. I had a couple things that I got phone calls out on. We had some issues with some of the recording for the audio in the interview room. So I'm working on getting some little bugs, little things. The audio is there, it's just a software issue, I think. So just going through kind of troubleshooting, being in a new building and working all the kinks. And
Are you completely out of the well house now, or?
we still have some of our evidence up there because we've not had anyone completely trained on evidence. So I'm looking into a class on some training that I may be able to go to to get some of that training done on running an evidence room correctly, to make sure that if we're going to take the time to move that, we need to move it with the knowledge and the know-how of what is legally required by state code. So in order to do that, I need to get the training on it. So far, the only classes that are the same evidence classes that the county go to, that I think the closest one right now is in Minneapolis, and that's in like September. So trying to find out maybe if there's an online course that I'd be able to take for it or something like that instead of having to travel. So that's in the process.
How did you address noise complaints?
The ones as far as that you talked to us about with the sawing?
The ones that complained later?
Well, when the initial complaints came out about the sawing, there was discussion that was with the construction company and the times and the days that they were going to be out there sawing. So when I was out there talking with the construction company, they said, hey, we laid all this, we're going to be out here again tonight. I went door to door on the entire street down that all of them backed up. Their backyards were basically where they were going to be sawing. So I went door to door and talked to everybody I could and addressed it face to face with all the residents that were on that street to say, hey, you may be woken up in the middle of the night. I got great compliance with everybody that was out there. They were very understanding.
Didn't knock on my door. But are you talking about last week, or are you talking the first time they did it in the middle of the night?
I did not have any phone calls from last week.
They said they messaged, it was on Royal Oaks. They said they messengered the police department about it.
I did not have any noise complaints from last week that would reference that. If they posted something in the Royal Oaks, like the discussion area.
No, they said they posted it on the police department. And I sent a message after they did.
You sent a message that you spoke to Jim about.
I sent a message saying maybe you want to look at the ordinance a little closer, because they said that they had sent a message to the police department.
And as far as I know, you verbally spoke with Jim that they're covered under the construction.
But this was a month ago. But this happened last week that they were complaining about it.
Well, your comment on that message didn't seem like it was more of a statement and not a question. So there was
Right,
no
because
way
I
for
want to
us
know how
address
you
it.
were going to address it with those people up there.
Like I said, we didn't have any further complaints after it was addressed when I went door to door and spoke to some people about the noise.
Which door to door, did you do that in Royal Oaks or down Tennis Lane?
That was in Royal Oaks.
Oh, so you did talk to them in Royal Oaks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
There were some parking issues with that company as well that I had to address with them.
Blocking driveways.
Speeding.
That was addressed as well, with contact with Bard and with the other company that was out there. And a traffic stop.
So, are you saying that they can come in at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they can use those cement saws?
Yes.
That ordinance, I think,
They are not covered under that ordinance. They are covered under the construction that is based off of, I had it written down. I had spoken with Karen about it as well, and I'll see if I can pull up the communication back and forth.
the city ordinance, I think, he sent me a part of that, but if you read the whole ordinance, it wasn't as he seemed to think it was on the city's ordinance. He's saying that it allowed them to do it at special times after 9 and before. But no, if you read the whole ordinance, it says they can't do it at those times. And that's the city ordinance I'm talking about. He didn't refer me to any other ordinance.
They were listed under the exemption though.
That's what I'm trying to pull up.
There's a reference to an exemption, but I can't imagine an exemption for a residential street. Why would they need an exemption?
It's a city project, or eventually going to become a city street.
And if they don't cut
If
it,
it's not done in proper timing on concrete, we're gonna have cracking issues.
They're not installing light because they want to install light, they're installing light because they have to. If they could wait till 6 in the morning, and I work for a paving company, and Dean knows this also, you can't wait till 6 in the morning the next day in the summer, especially when it's hot out, because that concrete's moving and expanding, you need to saw it when you can.
They're bypassing dust control too, though.
That's an ocean issue, not a.
But they are bypassing it. I mean, I've been down in it, believe me. And this is, to me, they're just trying to bypass some things.
They're definitely not trying to bypass anything. They were out there working all day through into the evening and then had to come back because there is a timing issue. Under the exemptions, so the ordinance is more for building a house, doing those types of construction things, not laying out an entire street that is under the city's umbrella. And that's where the exemption comes in, because this is the infrastructure for the city. So in order to save money for future reference, like what Dean was talking about with the cracking issues, that's where the timing comes into play, and they're covered under the umbrella exemption under the city's work. They're building the infrastructure for the city.
The city doesn't have an exemption. It says there's some federal and state exemptions.
Look at the,
I guess basically I just want to know that you addressed it with them. I may not agree with the conclusion you're coming up with, but as long as you address it with them, that was my concern. Thank you.
Okay. You got it, Nicole, or?
I'm right on the ordinance here for noise. I'm just looking for the exceptions to this chapter. The 4-4-6. The emission of sound during the operation, maintenance, repair, and cleaning of public streets and facilities. Work performed by or for public utilities. That would be subsection I. That's under the exceptions. So when I say it's for the infrastructure of the city, we're working under the umbrella of for the city, for the roadways, that's where they would be exempt.
Okay.
4-4-6 subsection I.
And that's Piasta code.
Yes.
Nicole, are you aware of the camper that's parked on city property down by the ridges down here? By some substation or something?
By the lift station?
By the lift station, yeah. Somebody's camper's parked on city property?
Yeah, we knew that. Pat and I talked to the guy. He used to park it right on the road, right in front of the gate.
Okay.
And if Pat would have needed to get down there, he couldn't.
Well,
So-
you can't park them on the road, can you?
No,
No.
Not for more than 40 hours.
but he was parking it down in there, right in front of the gate for that substation. Or for that lift station.
Okay.
So Pat talked to him and said, I don't mind if you park it down here, but park it off to the side.
Oh.
So if I need to get in there, I can get in there. So that's where that,
Larry, I think they established that probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah,
It's been quite a while that agreement was made.
yeah. Anything else for Nicole? Okay, road closure for Low Run.
Stacy, you want to take that one?
What I talked about on Friday, the run on Friday, so closing from Well, first we're doing the kids fun run, so it's essentially from the stop sign here, down a half mile and back, closing it for the safety, obviously, of everyone. And then at 8:30, the bull run itself starts. So closing for the entire route for, obviously, the safety of all the runners. It's an event that takes place at night, harder to see runners. The route map is on there.
What's-
Same map we've done every year.
Is the 1 mile, is that the glow run?
It's right before the bull run, it's going hand in hand this year.
Is this posted anywhere?
Oh, I guess they're both 1 mile.
We didn't post it until the council approved it.
And then the Piasta Days itself is sending out flyers, they were sent out today. So everyone with a Piasta address will get a flyer. On the back of the flyer is both the glow run route, the time, as well as the parade route and the time.
So basically from 8 till 9:30.
Yeah.
It seems to me that they did make an exception for the 5K, where they were kind of running through by NICC there. If somebody does get out and in somehow. Last year they did anyway, off of like Elm Ridge, Hickory Ridge, Maple Ridge, or something like that. If somebody else.
I mean, I think to a certain point, like when they're running that first like section that's going down whatever, if the cars are coming, then they do. The second the runners get around, and correct me if I'm wrong, the second they get past that four-way, everything's blocked off.
That was someone that was in the area that was trying to get out.
Yeah.
That's how that vehicle got started.
Yep.
And so it wasn't that they got let in, it was that they were already in the neighborhood, pulled out of their driveway and said, go in.
Yep. No, I think it's a lot of fun. So,
Do we need to approve the road closings?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the road closings for the glow run.
I'll second.
Carly.
Jerry,
Karen, aye.
Kathy, aye.
John,
Now
Okay.
I'll post it on the website tomorrow.
Road closure for Piasta Days Parade.
And this will be the same as last year as well. Nothing has changed. Start at 3, it's usually done by no later than 4:30. Should be about,
That's-
usually about 4, depending on how many people we have.
seemed to work better going back on Enterprise versus way down on Cat. So,
I agree.
So then does it go down Brent and then back up? Yes.
Yep. And I stay at that intersection and do traffic control to get everybody out.
I'll make a motion for the road closure for the Piasta Days Parade.
I'll second.
Carly,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, aye.
Kathy, aye.
John,
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
John did.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Oh, I wanted to commend you on what a good job you did when Trump was here. Things went smooth, didn't they? Or they
Pretty
seemed
good.
to.
Nobody got hurt and everyone was safe, so
There's a lot of people here real quick.
a lot.
I wouldn't have wanted to been
Definitely
Eric.
more than- What's that?
I wouldn't have wanted to been Eric.
I think it was more than 150 that the TH said were here. I think it was closer to about 500.
Protesters? Or,
I would say just
Viewers,
Some were
protesters.
just looking.
total, you know,
Oh, okay.
onlookers, and I think in the protest area, probably about 250 up by NXCC. But I know there were more that were on the other side of, on the other, like on Cox Springs and Birds Road, so.
Just checking it out, trying to see the motorcade.
One of the neighbors thought they had 22 vehicles. I think he said he started counting.
That sounds about right.
Real upset that he went around instead of coming up.
That's because somebody tried to jump out in front of his motorcade. That's why they changed route.
Oh, I don't
Obama
think
come
they changed
down
it,
that
that's
way,
the same
too.
route they did for,
Obama went out Cox Springs and came back up and around.
no, I mean, when they came through town, they didn't come up NICC Drive, they went around the back, that wasn't planned.
Obama did the same thing.
Didn't tell
So
protesters that that was the plan.
they
but that was-
came right down Piasta Street, down to
right,
Birds Road, and then
Down
up.
to Birds, yeah, yeah. It was a plan.
Okay, anything else? Public Works monthly report.
So I'm gonna get back in the habit of getting these every month for you guys like Pat was doing. And you can see, I mean, if you got any questions on any of that stuff, water flow, sewer flow, locates, Dean Cock, quite a few of the catch basins in town are settling. We spent quite a bit of time in Kelly Oaks trying to kill off all that poison ivy out there. There's a ton of it, there's still a lot of it. Robert dug rigs quite a bit. Trying to locate a manhole, digging it up and raising it, figuring out where it is at. We got the dirt dug out for Stacy's batting cage and the line put back in. We got some asphalt patches done in town. That approach for the, let's call it other asphalt part on the fire station. And some other asphalt patches on some new curb we did, or had done. And a couple of grass at the lagoons, the detention ponds, the pond. Kelly Oaks Park, quite a bit of time out there found that also.
Total water flow for the month, you've got 6.573 milligrams?
Million gallons.
Million gallons.
Million gallons. And the same in 5.811 million gallons. Because everything I send to the DNR is in million gallon ratings.
Yep.
You guys have any questions on any of that, or?
I do not. Anybody got any questions for Matt on that? Or Dean? Okay, contractor's payment for Tennis Lane.
I'd like to table that if we could.
We can.
Well, because of the change order.
Anything in particular on there? Or?
Yeah, the $2,000 for the inlet that we had on the plans, but it wasn't on the bid sheet. I consider that to be not our responsibility. That, and there's still the matter of a 6-inch gate valve that needed to be taken out because they put an 8-inch in and charged us for the 8-inch.
They took out an 8-inch and put a 6-inch in?
No.
Charged us for the 8-inch?
They had originally had it down as a 6-inch, but they needed an 8-inch.
Right.
So they charged us for the 8-inch on a change order, but they never deducted the one they didn't use on the 6-inch.
That will come out in the final change order.
Pardon?
The 6-inch will come out in the final change order.
Well, when do we get
Pay
it?
for it.
We only used 3 of the 6-inch, and they charged us for the 4. And then we paid for the 8-inch on a change order.
What line number is it?
It is 34. So when are you saying that's gonna come out?
With the final change order, when they close out the project.
Are you saying this isn't are we getting more change orders besides this?
Didn't you walk with the project, though? Do you guys walk the project?
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of this for it.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a good handful of things that need to be finished up on it.
Okay, this area at inlet that they're charging us $2,000 for?
I assume that's one by news records.
I assumed it probably was. It was in one spot and they moved it. Of course, the spot it was in, it wouldn't have worked. But it was in the plans and it wasn't on the bid order, they're saying. So we don't do the bid order, the bid sheet. IOW does that, don't they?
I believe so, but anything that happened with that that all got done before I had anything to do with Horsfield over there, so I don't know what happened with the bid sheet or any of that stuff.
Well, that's like I'm saying, it shouldn't be our responsibility because we aren't responsible for the bid sheets. So why are we paying the $2,000? we don't make the bid sheets.
I believe that's something to talk to Jim Mosley about.
That's why I want it tabled.
Okay, so we'll, I guess I should have had him here tonight. He called and asked if we needed him, and I didn't think we did, but I'll have him at the next meeting,
Whenever.
and we can bring it up then.
But I figure the difference between that and there's how much did I figure? There's $805 difference between those two gate valves. And then if you take the 2,000, I mean, if he's wanted to pay the rest except that 2,000,
That's gonna make a mess. I don't wanna do that.
you'd rather table it? I make a motion to table it then, the payment.
I'll second.
Terry, nay.
Karen, aye.
Kathy, aye.
Okay, we'll have it on the next agenda. Tennis Lane Improvements 2017 Horsefield Construction Incorporated, change order number 3.
That's the one I was talking about.
That's the one you're talking about?
So is that a separate item? Do we need to table it?
One was a payment, one is a change order.
Well, then we need to table the change order too. I make a motion to table this change order.
I'll second.
Carmine.
Terry, nay.
Karen, aye.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
John Day.
Yes.
Okay, so that's tabled.
Jeremy, I'm sorry.
I was a nay, yeah.
You were a nay on the
Both.
change order, you were a nay on the first one. John, were you a nay on the first one as well?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Sorry.
Are we good? Karen? Okay. Easement for sanitary sewer and water main in Thunder Ridge.
So, let me see here. I'm trying to pull it up. So the existing easement for the sewer over there, the sewer main, I believe is 10 foot off of the road. I can't pull my map up like this, I think it's 10 foot off the road, and we discovered our sewer is actually 17 feet off of the road. So it is not in the utility easement. And it needs to be in the utility easement.
So do we just move the entire easement over or just extend the easement?
I believe we'd have to extend it.
We're gonna have to extend it, we can't move because we have water main on the opposite side of the street.
Oh, okay.
So we need 10 foot on the south side of the street. And actually, we need an addition, we need 25 feet.
For this sewer main extension?
On the one side.
On the north
Right
side
side.
of Thunder Ridge Road.
So who do we get this approved by?
Who did we? Or-
No, does this have to go back through the association or whatever it is? Or
What's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have an easement exhibit drawn up, and then it will have to go to the attorney. The good thing that we did find out, we thought it could possibly be on lot 15 as well, but it's not correct.
What's
Is
that?
that?
We do need the extension on lot 15 as well.
We do?
Yes.
Okay.
We need it on 13, 14, and 15.
What about 12?
It's on
Marked down 12.
We should be all right on 12.
Because that's not how the picture was.
I don't think I love
I got it for you here.
Well, I guess without actually knowing, I measured lot 13, 14, and 15. I guess without knowing where the lot line is on lot 12.
Can we pass that over to Dean?
Yeah, according to this, it's just 12, 13, and 14.
I thought I saw 15.
Pardon?
No, on the, that's the existing one.
Or else we can do it like that.
We're still talking about the water, not the sewer, right?
12, 13, 14, yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, 12 is also going to have to be included.
But 15 is as well.
Yes. The corner, the southeast corner of 15 is beyond the easement.
that only gonna affect one property owner, do you think?
If you consider the condos as two properties, yeah.
I think there's 3 in there.
Condo with 3 units.
Yes.
The existing ones, I think, was a CBA.
So then,
These are Steve's, these are existing.
it's probably gonna affect 2 properties. If there's 3 there on lot 15.
Okay. And it could affect all 3 of them because they probably have some common area, but I don't know how that is working out.
Correct.
So what needs to happen is there needs to be an easement exhibit drawn up. And that would have to be done by a surveyor, Mike Weber could do that. Do we know who did that initial survey stuff that many years ago with Thunder?
I think Beason did it.
He's like, okay.
I'm quite sure Beason wrote the plan out. If not Beason, it might have been WHKS, but I'm quite sure it was Beason.
There you go. There it is.
And then there will have to be easement exhibits drawn.
That's,
But the property owners should be talked to ahead of that,
that's existing.
just so they're aware of what's going on,
Okay,
especially that
try
lot
to
15.
The other one, that's
I
one
got
we
a
get to.
chest.
But lot 15.
So you got all these open. And you just click on,
Nothing's
this
really
is your
in there.
agenda.
It's more than just driveways, right?
And then you
There's
can
no
click on the other
buildings or
one.
anything.
Yeah, you can,
No structures and
So
Back
click
to
on
the
that.
sewer now, it keeps going back to the sewer. Oh, the new one isn't gonna need it.
Are there structures on each one of these lots?
There are not structures on each.
12 and 13 are not built on, 14 was just built on, and then 15 is 3 property owners living there.
13 does not have a structure on it, and 15 does not have a structure on it either.
Yes, it does. 15 does, 12 doesn't.
15. No, 15 is actually on the lot line. On the plans here, it's showing up that the structure is on the property. But it's actually on the lot line.
So it's in between the easement, it's in between there,
It's on the lot line,
in between 15 and 16.
on 15 and 16. The plan shows it on 15,
Okay.
but it's not that way.
oh, you're talking about the manhole?
The manhole, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
is
I
what
know
I
about
consider a
that.
structure.
They were talking about their house.
I was talking just about the house.
I'm sorry.
Condos or whatever they are.
I'm sorry, I was considering our manhole structure.
I,
That we're conflicting with the lot, so,
I gotcha.
sorry.
So, Dean, are you saying though that we still need to get an easement on lot 15 because of,
Where the sewer line is based, Karen.
okay.
It's beyond the easement.
so the thicker black line there is the existing sewer.
Correct.
Okay,
And the
yeah.
dotted one is
The
the
dotted
easement,
line is the easement.
See, right?
so it's beyond the easement over
Yeah,
there.
right there, it's
Okay. And then
into
that
the
green
lot
line.
15.
The green line I drew in there,
Yes.
that's where the existing sewer
Okay.
is.
Right,
Okay.
Between, on lot 14 up to lot 12, up to the intersection.
How about the tail end of this? You just see the edge of it where 18's at.
Isn't
See
the
how that
one
comes off?
Jordan? This is what is existing. You're saying from 14, it's gonna be extended over?
widened.
It's gotta be widened. See,
Wide.
this green
Okay.
line-
13 is where we need our widest point.
The green line is
Okay.
where it is.
The pipes are there, but we just don't have the easement, right?
Right.
The
Correct.
pipe is there.
The pipe was put in out of the easement.
Oh, okay, okay.
You see 18 on that map? You just see the corner of it. See that black line or your dotted line? That's all too.
Did we do that?
No,
So I'm
That's
wondering
all.
if there's any-
Never actually lined that up to see if that is true though.
I'm wondering if we should take a look at that and do all this at once, if there's more down that road.
We can check it out, but just with the maps we have been using, I believe a lot of the, besides this manhole here, most of the other stuff was where it was supposed to be roughly on the plans that we've been given. We can find those manholes,
Except for 13.
except for that one, we never could find before. We can check it to see, make sure it's not on the 10-foot easement. We can line it up.
So we need a wider easement on 12, 13, 14, and 15, correct?
Correct.
And possibly 18.
16, 17, and 18.
So in 16's, in 17's right on the line. 18 from what you can see.
Yeah, 16's okay. 17's right on the line, and
18's over.
and according to this, what we've got here, 18, part of 17 and 18 are out of the easement. According to the map we're looking at here. So yeah, if you check that out.
And on the placement of the manholes, if the placement of the manholes are correct, according to the plan here, which, you know, a couple of them are off, so there's a possibility of it.
This is Thunder Hills.
Thunder Ridge.
Thunder Ridge.
Yeah.
Is that going to go down to Chesterman too?
No, that goes out to Thunder Hills Road.
This is something different.
This is Thunder Ridge Drive going in here. So, I guess check on 17 and 18 on the easement and where our line is, and then we'll bring that in again and see what, if we're going to do an easement extension, we'll do the whole works at once.
Do you want us to get a quote for the next meeting on what that would cost to plat that out?
Yeah, you probably should. Okay, we good on that?
Do we need to contact those residents and let them know? And if so, what's the best way to contact them?
Probably in person.
There may be such a thing as having a binding or easement. And the reason I say that, experiencing with the county, they're gonna put a new bridge in down by our place and they need more easement down there because they're widening that culvert. So they can front it as far as payment. So that may be an issue.
Sock it to them. Yeah, we might have to. We'll see what happens. That'll have to be from the lawyer, I think. Okay, so moving on, easement for access to Thunder Ridge Lift Station. This is over on Navarra Court. We have a access road going down to the lift station, and it is eating out, and there's ruts 2 to 3 feet deep or more right next to this lady's house. They have a basement garage, and I don't think they can get into that garage the way this. So our proposal was to open up the easements going back down to Chesterman where they used to go. This was Dean's idea. And we have, AJ didn't have a problem with it. Did we ever get hold of that other guy? What was
Well, we were
his name?
discussing this today, we think there may already be an easement, an existing easement there.
I talked to Mike Weber, and it's not showing a drawn out platted easement.
But he was gonna research that, wasn't he?
He did research it and checked with him.
Oh, he did, okay, and he did, it wasn't, okay.
So we're gonna see if we can get an easement going from the lift station down where it used to go down to Chesterman. And then we'll just, this one on Navarra Court, the one in yellow, you can see, we'll just put black dirt in that and seed it down, and we'll retain the easement, we just won't use it unless it's absolutely necessary. It's fairly steep, and the way it is now, off of Navarra Court, and we have had to use the end loader to pull the pumping truck up out of there before. So this will save us a little bit of.
As of right now, you can't drive Elm you can't drive anything down that road.
No.
So if we had to get to it, we would be very, getting some pieces of equipment over and move some material around just to even try to get down there.
I actually took some pictures today. If anybody wants to see.
Sure.
There's probably 5 pictures.
Fit right in there. Oh, yeah. That's
Make
lovely.
it pretty drastic.
That's the last picture, Ken. You got it backwards to see the first ones.
I'm not even sure if it is the last one. Like I said, I took numerous ones.
This is,
That's
your,
the road.
where are you taking them from?
It looks to
On
me
top
like
of the
it's
hill
standing
or
on
the-
top of it.
Yeah, walking downhill.
And I really messed with them.
No, it's all right. You gotta slide it to the right. See the rest of them. So, I guess when we get, find out about the other easement, then we'll bring this back again.
And it does get rather.
So he doesn't think there is any type of easement there now, though?
There is with Thunder Hills, right? Or
With the association?
with AJ. AJ still owns that land down there, doesn't he? Or
There
doesn't
isn't
he?
an easement though.
Oh, there isn't an easement?
No, it's not an established easement.
What's that?
Not from Chesterman, right?
Correct.
But does AJ own any of that anymore, or do we have, okay, so he doesn't have a problem with letting us use that?
I would venture to guess that there's not gonna be a problem getting an easement from AJ off the
Okay.
property. And quite honestly, Alliant or Macocata Valley, I don't know which power company supplies the power over there, but there is already an established easement for the power company coming off of Chesterman. So it's gonna be very minimal what we're gonna have to get from AJ.
Okay.
Just AJ owns all that?
Pardon?
AJ owns all of that?
No, there's,
No, Mike McKenna owns
Yeah.
some of it.
Do you know which portion that is?
I think it was the lower portion.
You said to the north?
The north, or the south portion, Mike McKenna owns.
Down in the ditch part before you get to Chester.
AJ owns the lower portion, the northernmost portion, and the lift station actually sits on Mike McKenna's property.
okay, so from the lift station to that first red line there, first lot line, that is McKenna's,
Yes.
is that right?
That,
Okay.
it's kind of a little bit of a triangular type shape.
Yep.
That's what the McKenna's own.
And that's, for the most part, unbuildable ground, isn't it? Yeah. Okay,
Do you want to have Mike Weber pull, get an easement exhibit for that as well?
yeah,
Do you want to talk to Mike McKenna?
I can, yeah. I don't know him or where he lives. You'll have to give me his address. Yeah, I can talk to him. Okay, are we good on that? Bids for pickup replacement. I don't really understand any of this gibberish they got down here, Matt.
So, the top stuff is just, the stuff that's all printed off by the computer is just the packages and the numbers and stuff for the truck.
Right.
The bottom, the first page is a page that shouldn't be on it. It's the other 2 pages from Victory Ford and from Mike Finn. So the prices from Victory Ford, the city would be responsible for, if we traded for a regular cab pickup for 2019, $8,489 plus tax, title, and licenses. The price from Finning for the trade, the truck, is $10,909.72.
So it cost us $8,489?
Yes, cost us $8,400.
They're giving us,
$18,000 for that pickup.
Ooh.
$18,101 for Victory.
what year is that pickup?
12.
Boy, we can't hardly turn that down, can we?
I don't think you can hardly. Because it needs tires, brakes, and some other work, and for $8,500 to trade, I think that's, we own wise not to.
So it's 2,000 less from,
Yeah, Fender
Vic-
Ford
or
was pretty much
Fender.
the same price on the truck. The only difference was they were only giving us 16 and change, I think, for the trade.
right,
Or 16 even for the trade.
16 even, yeah.
What do we have budgeted for this?
14,000.
That's a pretty good deal for 8489.
Mm-hmm. For just about a 7-year-old pickup.
I'll make a motion for Victory for 8489.
I'll second.
Carla,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
Aye.
Okay. Set public hearing, planning and zoning, set public hearing date for Lot 3, East Piast Industrial Park 3, number 3, rezoning from A1 to M1. That's over across the highway.
Right. It's already zoned, or it's already correct in the future land use map. It's commercial and industrial.
So everything's ready to go, so we can just do the next meeting.
Yep, everything's ready to go.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing date for the next meeting, which is what,
28th.
28th.
I'll second.
Carla,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Okay, set public hearing date for Lot 1, Northeast Southwest Section 15, T88N R1E, rezoning from A1 to M1.
That is a lot just south of them, and they wanted to rezone that one as well for future use. That's the triangular shaped lot.
And that's the last one in that area, right?
Yes, the rest is owned by Travis, not Travis, Alex Turnus.
Doesn't that line up with Lonnie Smith's property?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to set it the next meeting as well.
I'll second it. Carla,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, I.
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Okay, resolution. Where am I? Resolution,
Energy Park, second edition.
2018,
Did you see this?
God, I lost, -40. A resolution approving plat of survey of Piasta Energy Park, second edition, City of Piasta, Iowa.
I really think. Never mind. Well, you just sent me backwards.
Where is this at,
Okay,
Karen?
this is the police
Police
station.
station.
Oh, okay.
What was the number on that again?
40, 2018-40.
I was wondering, do we need easement to get in there? Or no?
Easement for the driveway?
Yeah,
No.
see
It's a
that?
shared driveway with lot 1 of Piazza Energy Park First Edition.
I don't see an easement to make sure we have it, or do we need one or not?
I don't believe so. We've got that shared, that's all that is a driveway there.
Is that where the power station is?
Yeah.
But there's a lot behind it too. Is that what I'm seeing?
That lot 2 under Piasta Energy Park is that kind of U-shaped lot.
Yeah, and so the police station has, .90 acres,
Correct.
right? But the only access we have is on the substation's land.
Correct.
And there's no access in that third lot, so I don't, does he lease that? Is he leasing that to them, or does he own it, or do they own it?
I think they own it.
Yeah, I think they bought that off of him.
So there I say again, do we need easement? From them? Or not?
No, because they need the road to get back there. We shouldn't need an easement to drive on their road.
It's our road they're driving on to get in there, right? Is
No.
that the back end of the gravel? Straight through, when you turn in on the paved portion, they drive off of that to get to the substation. So they're using our road to get to their lot.
But it's not on our property.
What is? This little flagpole is. Oh, what are you talking about?
This is the police station.
Oh, so you're saying that we got a driveway on their road.
I don't
on
know
their
if it
land.
matters, but there's no access to this lot of our own. And whether there's enough footage there to get access if we need it, I don't know. If we had to get our own access onto Piasta Street, would we have enough footage to get it? Is it that far enough away from the intersection? Of course, this one's right on top of the intersection, so I guess that doesn't apply. It's just a question. I don't know whether anybody's concerned about it or not.
So do they own the road that,
Apparently, they must own that lot.
did you put in there?
But I thought I heard somewhere one time that he was just leasing them the land. But I never looked at the map to see.
I'm pretty sure they purchased it.
No. I'm just saying, that's all. So do we need to approve it or what?
Yes.
I'll make a motion for resolution 2018-40, resolution approving the plat of the survey Piasta Energy Park, second edition, City of Piasta.
I'll second.
Caroline,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, nay.
Kathy, aye.
John,
Okay, resolution approving the plat, resolution 2018-41, a resolution approving the plat of survey of West Dubuque Industrial Park Number 11 in the city of Piasta, Iowa.
This is the well house.
It's 41.
Yes.
I'll make a motion for resolution 2018-41, resolution approving the plat of survey of West Dubuque Industrial Park Number 11 in the City of Piasta.
I'll second.
Caroline,
Jerry, aye.
Karen, aye.
Kathy, aye.
John,
Okay, fairway sign permit.
This is kind of confusing. They got it sitting on Casey's building in that last page of that PDF.
What's that?
The sign location, if you look at that picture, the aerial photo.
Sign's going on the building.
Yeah, but it's on Casey's there. Sign location, circle around Casey's. Right there.
It is,
So,
isn't it?
I don't know if that has to be amended for that or not. I mean, we know where it's going. Obviously, Fairway's there, but I'd hate for them to think that they're gonna put it on Casey's.
I'll contact them.
Yeah, because they've got a picture of it right on the building.
We could approve it, providing they put it on their own building.
On the correct building. They're all wall signs, so.
I'll just email it to her.
We can still approve it contingent upon?
I
Or-
would do contingent upon, but I can put it on cases.
Okay.
Maybe Mayor circled the wrong thing.
I'll make a motion for the Fairway sign permit.
I'll second. Carla, aye.
Jerry, aye.
Can I?
Kathy, aye.
John,
Okay. Board docs agreement.
This has kind of been going around with this for probably the last 3 months. The first bill we got from them, they billed us from March until April or whatever they did. But anyway, it was, when we discussed the board docs, we signed the contract earlier so we could get the lower price of the $3,000 per year. And it was with the agreement that we wouldn't train until June and then it wouldn't start until July. Then when we got the invoice, that's not how it was invoiced. So I've been working on getting this amended for the last 2 or 3 months. Finally, we have a amended end user agreement. They're just basically extending our contract. They're gonna make us pay for 1 month in June. I think that's $250, but it's still a pretty good deal for us to be able to get that $3,000, and then we'll be where we should be as far as like when that contract cycle goes. So next year, we'll just pay it in July like we had planned. So in a nutshell, we have to pay for another month, but at least we're on the right track.
It's worth it. I mean, it's useful. It makes it easier for you guys and everybody to see what's going on. So. Do you need a motion on that extension?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the Word docs amended end user agreement.
I'll second.
Carla,
Carry on.
Can I?
Kathy, aye.
John, aye.
Citizen comment, and there's no citizens. Anything other? Karen, do you have anything else?
No, just a comment on this, where those solar panels sit for the well house, including that with the lagoon property and the wastewater treatment facility property and all of that property trade. Is that okay if we start working with the attorney on getting that drawn up? We're gonna need to get it done with having that grant.
We don't want to mess up that grant.
Right.
No.
That's
Yes.
huge. Do you need a motion on that?
No, it's not on the agenda, I just wanted to keep that moving forward.
Absolutely.
I have
Did,
a question.
Go ahead.
How do you approach, the neighbors have all come to me and complained. Who do I say anything to about across the street where Gary Miller's dirt pile with the weeds
They want the,
and the equipment? Can we put a dirt pile in our yard and let it grow with weeds?
yeah, it wouldn't look very good, but I guess you could do it.
We could, without having,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the ordinance is on that.
I don't think we have one, do we, Karen?
I don't know, would it be a nuisance?
Yes.
Weeds are.
Well, is it a licensed vehicle?
It is a construction site. if it's causing vermin to fester and things that are, you know, unsafe.
There's
then
weeds.
Where, you know, but if it's just a mound of dirt with some grass growing out of it, then.
It's weeds, not grass.
And weeds, then, you know, it would potentially fall under the nuisance ordinances.
At what point does it become a construction site and a storage space?
Right.
I mean, is it?
Because they've been sitting there for months.
Permits,
Yeah.
and he's got, I don't have knowledge of that.
There aren't
I
any
mean, if-
permits.
So no permits at this point, but he owns the property.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, is it something we just ask him
But
to move it, or?
On that hand, we've been after people parking vehicles and trailers and everything on the grass.
Exactly.
I know that he's been hospitalized, so I'm not sure if right at this point he's going to be able to move any equipment or if he's
Well, he's-
capacity to have someone move it.
He's got employees that could do it. I'll talk to him again.
I think just a conversation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Karen, do you know what's going on with the guy next door to me? Is that,
I haven't had any more correspondence with him at all. Has he taken the pool down?
nothing? It's full of green, it's slimy, and I think he's not touching it, so. I don't know. What he plans on doing?
What, do we have an ordinance on pools? There's a whole lot of pools getting popped up around. You know,
Well, yeah,
as
what
long
was
as
the
they're
issue
built
with that
correctly.
pool?
It's on the easement, it's on the back easement. He doesn't have enough. When I talked to the attorney, he said the pool would be considered a structure according to our zoning code. So we'd have to meet that setback of, whatever it was in the rear, and I don't remember that off the top of my head.
You're talking about the one up by Kathy?
Yes.
Okay.
So he
So
was
the
going
pools
to
have
take
to-
it down.
Pools are gonna have to be in setback? Well, no, a couple of them. just-
Unless. they
Exactly,
come
so are we
down.
gonna go to
Unless they come
the
down.
rest of them?
Unless they
and-
come down every year.
There's a lot of pools on,
Right in the middle.
but temporary, not,
The temporary ones, the ones that come down every year.
But the ones that stay up year round are all okay? They're,
They have, well, as long as they're,
They're gonna be off the easement.
yeah.
I don't know, do we know them? I mean,
No,
I don't know.
that's
who-
what-
We know his is on the easement.
Right,
The others, I don't know. And most of the time zoning things are complaint driven. I mean, I'm not gonna drive around and look at, with my tape measure and
Right.
everything that's going on. And that's no different than any other city. But I can send them a letter.
I mean, there wasn't a complaint issued.
There wasn't, he kind of ratted himself out, but, he had told me he was going to just be taking it down. I thought he would have it down in a couple of weeks.
Do we have any ordinance regarding pools, whether they need to be
We do not.
fenced?
We do not. It was discussed a lot of years ago. A lot of years ago when we were still down at the fire station. And,
Covenant's gonna have something to do with that, right? If there's
the covenants,
structures.
but the city can't enforce that.
So,
Those only last for
if
about
there's
10 years.
structures.
What's that?
Those only last for about 10 years.
10 to 20.
Well, unless they're renewed, they can renew them,
Mhm.
but, yeah, if they
But
don't.
nobody enforces it.
If they,
I mean,
well,
no.
yeah, you'd have to have a.
You'd have to have an
board,
association or a board or
yeah,
something, yeah,
and
and
they'd
they've
have to
never-
address it.
But at that time, the attorney was Bellmeyer, and he didn't recommend doing anything with pools. Because, we used to have a pool that was this deep on our deck, so, you know, it was like a foot and a half or whatever. And we didn't have our deck fenced, I mean, a kid could have accessed that and drowned, and I think that was, he didn't advise that. Is that something you guys want to look into?
Well,
I mean, I just don't know if this guy's gonna leave it sit like that all winter. The shed had the doors were hanging open during the storming. I mean, they were hanging open for probably almost a week. he finally shut the shed door. I don't know if he's just planning on just leaving it all, or what the plan is there.
Is it okay if I just send them a letter, give them 30 days to get everything down?
I don't know, is that what we wanna, I don't know.
To tell him he's got to get it off the
Well,
easement.
he's in violation.
Yeah, and the shed also, is that,
It is, I mean, it's a. I think
It's a
he told
portable
you
shed.
it was portable.
He told me it was a portable shed that he can move around.
But then he put retaining wall.
Yeah, there was no retaining wall.
I don't think there's any, is there anything under the shed? Like, is it
No,
just the
but he
shed
built like a
floor?
retaining- Well, I think it's just a shed floor, but he built like a retaining wall around it, so
It's more like a structure.
it's more of a permanent structure to me. And he said he's gonna put a pool up, and I assume the pool next to his house, like a pool you fill up for 3 months and put away pool.
Well, I said to Karen a couple of weeks ago, I thought, I mean, he poured his slab of cement, I thought he was just putting a little pool on it. But then he started digging up the whole backyard and put that pool in.
That was nothing that he just, I had talked to him about the shed, he never said something about digging a hole for a pool, or there was nothing.
But he didn't ask you about like putting that stone or whatever he has around it or
He said
anything?
he's gonna push a portable shed back there, that you can move.
I suppose you
Yeah,
could.
I could move that pool too, but it wouldn't be ideal.
I mean, right now, the problem is not the shed, it's the wall he put around it, is that what we're,
It makes it more of a permanent structure.
but they're not attached.
No, they're not attached.
So are they two separate issues then?
The shed and the pool?
Yeah, no, the shed and the
Retaining wall.
retaining wall.
They would probably.
I would say.
If he moved, if he got rid of the shed, he'd probably get rid of the retaining wall, I would predict. But did he build a deck around the pool, or is it just it's just a pool?
Sit out there in the mud.
But he was.
He
built a
was
deck
talking about
on-
a permanent deck around it.
Well, not
On
around
one,
it.
on one side.
Only on the side of his house to access the pool. Which is how I found out about the pool.
Okay, I've never seen this.
It's right next to Kathy's.
Should go for a walk.
Below you?
To the west. It's below us, yeah. Yeah. It's the one that sits, you know, the house kind of sits sideways, so it goes deeper in the lot in the back. So he didn't have a lot of space to start with, and now he filled it all up with this pool.
It's a narrow.
Which I don't have a problem with him having a pool, but, you know, if he's just gonna leave it sit there and it's gonna end up there through the winter with this, it's all green right now,
And it's on the easement.
so.
So I'd say maybe send him a letter, tell him he's got to get it off the
I mean, he
easement.
did tell you he was gonna do that in a couple of weeks, which was at least 2 weeks ago. So it's been over a month, I guess.
Yeah, I'd just send him a letter and tell him it's got to be removed from the easement.
Do we want to consider anything with pools as far as fences and safety?
I don't know, if we keep seeing
That's a
them.
lawyer's issue.
I mean,
That's the lawyer's issue, then if we
do we
enforce it, then we're
responsible?
responsible.
If we
Yeah, I don't-
enforce it, we're responsible.
And then again, it's a different issue if you just put the pool up for the summer, or if it's a permanent
Right.
structure, then, you know, are you gonna require those to be fenced in and not the other ones? I don't know, how do you? I mean, it's not like one's safer than the
Maybe
other,
ask
it's
the
just
lawyer,
that-
Karen, if,
You want me to, or you're going to?
well, he's going to call you tomorrow anyway, so if you just want to mention it to him. Ask him where the liability is for us if we don't enforce any fencing around pools.
I think liability would come into play is if we had an ordinance. we
And didn't enforce it. Yeah, I think
That's
so
where it
too.
would be.
And that's what's a little bit scary, because people can, you know, pop these pools up anywhere.
And they are. There's a lot of good.
And maybe ask him if he has any reference of what other cities do with the I'll call it portable pools. The ones that are up for 3 months versus,
I thought it was the homeowner's insurance that takes the hit if you have a pool and don't put a fence up around it.
it does,
it
but
could
you know,
be.
if someone dies in a situation like that, everybody in the brother's gonna be on that lawsuit.
All right, anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. Karen, I.
Kathy, I shut up.
We are adjourned.